Across the country, thousands of hard-working Americans are losing their jobs and being replaced by foreign workers. Critics say some corporations are misusing the H-1B visa program to replace their employees with lower-paid foreign workers. In an exclusive interview, two former employees of Disney sit down with ABC 7's Rebecca Vargas to talk about the devastation of being let go, but not before having to train their own replacements.
Just months before the holidays, and on the heels of a great performance review, a VP invites David Powers and Leo Pereiro into his office, both expecting pats on the back. But instead, they hear the dreaded words, "You're being laid off."
When a guillotine falls on you like that, you're dead for that moment, and I was dead.
Both Powers and Pereiro were the brains behind your magical Disney World experience. For the past 10 years, both worked behind the scenes at the top of their IT field, from working with high-tech data to making sure all points of sale, from tickets to resort stays, were seamless for visitors. Attaining some of the highest recognitions Disney could give, this was the last thing that they saw coming.
So I'm in a room with about 24 people, and very shortly thereafter, an executive delivers the news that all of our jobs are ending in 90 days, and that we have 90 days to train our replacements. And if we don't train our replacements, then we won't get a bonus that we've been offered.
Adding insult to injury, a follow-up letter describing the expectations and severance pay if they adhere to Disney's wishes for the next 90 days.
So many American workers across the country, hundreds of thousands, are losing their jobs because they're being replaced by foreign workers.
As Sarasota-based employment attorney Sarah Blackwell tells us, it's not just Disney. Companies including Toys R Us, IBM, and Verizon have been contracting with companies and outsourcing the workers. This because of loopholes in the law behind the H-1B visa.
H-1B, when done properly, is a great avenue. The purpose of H-1B is to bring in foreign workers when there's no qualified U.S. worker.
Blackwell says there are about 800,000 H-1B workers here in the States who are meant to fill highly specialized fields that companies are unable to find qualified Americans to fill. But when Disney lets go of more than 250 employees at once, something doesn't line up.
This was the one that finally took me out of the business entirely. I would never recommend this field to anybody that is a student because of the lack of opportunity.
These highly specialized tech fields yield average salaries in the 100,000 range. But for the younger foreign workers, their median salary is about 62,000, some even less, according to published reports. In response, Disney acknowledges it outsourced Powers and Pereiro's jobs to Indian workers. But Disney claims they've expanded and added jobs for U.S. IT workers.
People going into the tech field in college or in the universities, they have no idea that when they come out, they probably won't have a job.
According to the latest U.S. Census Bureau data, only 26% of science and engineering graduates are currently employed in a STEM occupation.
The grandparents in Sarasota, in Manatee County, wherever, you don't want your kids coming out of college, your grandkids coming out of college and having no jobs. The STEM program's a joke.
On top of the job loss, they tell me training their foreign, specifically Indian replacements at their own desks stripped them of their dignity.
I felt extremely un-American. I felt like I was part of destroying our economy because I had to train a replacement that was going to come here, take my job, but then potentially take other people's jobs.
As for our two Florida U.S. senators, their stances on this issue couldn't be more different. While Marco Rubio wants to expand the H-1B visa, Senator Bill Nelson wants the program investigated. Reporting for ABC 7 News at 7, I'm Rebecca Vargas.